Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the often confusing world of corporate filings. Today we're diving into a Form 8K from Savers Value Village, and let me tell you, it's not just about old clothes and furniture, it's about big money moves and who's cashing in. Think of it as a treasure hunt, but instead of gold, we're looking for financial clues. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can share your thoughts. In short, Savers Value Village, a company you probably know for its thrift stores, just completed a big stock offering where some major shareholders, including some big investment firms and even their own CEO, sold a huge chunk of their stock. The company then turned around and bought back some of those shares. So who sold, who bought, and why should you care? Let's find out. First things first, let's confirm what we're looking at. A Form 8K is a report companies file with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, to announce major events that could be important to investors. Think of it as a corporate breaking news bulletin. This one is dated May 16th, 2025. The company in question is Savers Value Village Inc., based in Bellevue, Washington. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. What exactly happened? The filing tells us that on May 14, 2025, Savers Value Village, along with some big investors like Ares Management and the company's CEO, made a deal with a group of underwriters. Underwriters are basically investment banks that help companies sell shares to the public. This deal was for the sale of 15 million shares of the company's stock. These shares were offered to the public at 9.25 cents a piece. This is called an offering, and it wrapped up on May 16, 2025. Now here's a crucial point. The company itself didn't get any of the money from the sale of these shares. That money went straight to the selling shareholders. This is what's called a secondary offering, where existing shareholders cash out some of their holdings. But wait, there's more. At the same time, Savers Value Village bought back about 2.26 million of those shares from the underwriters. This is called a concurrent share repurchase. They bought them back at the same price the underwriters paid the selling shareholders. The company used its existing cash to do this. For the nitty-gritty details, you can check out the underwriting agreement, which is attached as an exhibit to this filing. It's a legal document that lays out all the terms of the deal. So what does all this mean? Well, a secondary offering like this can sometimes signal that major shareholders think the stock price might be as high as it's going to get, and they want to take some profits off the table. The fact that the CEO was among the sellers might raise some eyebrows, but it's not necessarily a red flag. Executives often have personal reasons for selling shares. The share repurchase or buyback is interesting too. Companies often do this to try to boost the stock price by reducing the number of shares available. It can also be a way of returning value to shareholders, although in this case it was done in conjunction with the secondary offering. Now, let's put this into perspective. Ares Management is a major private equity firm, and they likely owned a significant chunk of Savers Value Village. Selling off some of their shares is a way for them to realize some of their investment gains. The CEO selling shares could be for anything from diversifying their investments to buying a new house. We don't know the specifics, but it's important to remember these are people with their own financial goals. From Savers Value Village's perspective, the share repurchase helps to soften the blow of all those shares hitting the market at once. It shows confidence in the company's future and can help keep the stock price from falling too much. You can see the details of the agreement here. It outlines all the fine print and responsibilities. And now let's zoom out and analyze what's going on here. Savers Value Village seems to be at a point where early investors are starting to cash out. This is not uncommon after a company has been public for a while. It doesn't necessarily mean the company is in trouble, but it's worth keeping an eye on how the company performs in the coming quarters. The fact that the company is using its own cash to buy back shares suggests they believe the stock is undervalued. They see it as a good investment to buy back their own shares. But again, this is a balancing act. They need to have enough cash to run the business and invest in future growth. It's also worth thinking about the broader economic environment. In 2025, are thrift stores doing well? Are people looking for ways to save money? Or are they splurging on new stuff? These kinds of trends can have a big impact on Savers Value Village's business. Now, my take on all this. Savers Value Village seems to be in a transition phase. The early investors are taking some profits, and the company is trying to manage the stock price. The company is still making moves that suggest they believe in its long-term potential. The risks? Well, a lot depends on how well they can continue to grow their business and adapt to changing consumer trends. The company might face challenges if the economy slows down because people might start buying less stuff in general, even at thrift stores. The opportunity? As more and more people become environmentally conscious and look for sustainable ways to shop, thrift stores could become even more popular. Savers Value Village could capitalize on this trend by emphasizing its commitment to sustainability and responsible consumption. Alright, that's our breakdown of Savers Value Village's latest filing. What's your take on these moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description where you can share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, see you next time.